came out this year. He's a junior, and we had a tough situation this year at Bear Creek High School. I have a lot of very good seniors, and it was going to be tough to make cuts as far as who I was going to get rid of as far as juniors. And cuts are tough, and we won't get into that, but it's something you have to do. This player was one of those kids that was kind of on the bubble. I didn't know what to do. Should I keep him? Should I not keep him? He's a great kid, like all of them were. We decided to keep him, and he has just been a huge asset to our team. He works hard every day. He's gotten so much better. You just have to see it to believe how much better he's gotten. And he will play at the varsity level next year. And he's a neat kid, and that's Brett Burnell. I'm just going down this list just the way it is on these stats, so they're no particular order. The next player, played second loans. They're both second basemen. Good hands type guys. Little lack in the offense. They got DH for both of them, and to be a position player and get DH for is tough. It's usually the pitcher that gets DH for. But in high school baseball, you can DH for anybody, and as a coach, we have to make a decision who we think we need to DH for, and that's a role that if I'm a position player and I'm getting DH for, I'm not happy about it. But never once do you hear these guys complain. And he's a senior. We're gonna miss him. I believe he's going on to school next year to UC Irvine, and that's David Centeno. Going right on down the list, the next player is a junior. He will be back next year. He batted .380. He played third base for us this year. He also pitched for us this year. I think he's a better baseball player than he is a football player. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because I see it in his eyes, he has a passion for baseball. He loves baseball. He feels comfortable on the baseball field. He enjoys baseball. And if you're going to play for me, and I thought was a good-looking athlete, so I walked up, as we all do, as these guys know, we're like sharks. And I immediately said, "Hey, do you play any sports?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What do you play?" He said, "Football." He goes, "And a little baseball." So I kind of blew him off. I said, "Oh, he's a football guy," and he said, "Well, I also play a little baseball, but it didn't seem real important to him." Well, then as the year went on, this year obviously he did play football and was very, very successful at it, and said he wanted to come out for baseball. And I told him, I said, "Well, you know what? You're coming in a year where we have some pretty good talent. We have a lot of seniors, and for you to make our lineup, it's going to the only position that we really have a chance to start or to play a whole lot is in the outfield." And he said, "I can play the outfield. I haven't played a lot of it, but I can play the outfield." And J.C. Fulbright brings something to your team that I think we were lacking a little. He brings that outward enthusiasm. The kids, a lot of the kids that I have on my team, they're so good kids, and they're great, but they're quiet. And he brings that little intangible that you need in a team. He's not afraid to get on someone if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And he's vocal, and he's energetic, and he played left field for us all year long. He played in 27 games, and he played well for us. And we were very fortunate to have him walk through our door. J.C. Fulbright. Get a little long-winded. How am I doing? All right. Okay. Next one is the other tandem, the little second baseman kind of bookends that we have. The most valuable player in the SJAA. And he's such a good defensive player as well. We had a couple other defensive players, and we'll talk about the other ones later. But, you know, if he wasn't pitching, he's as good as any infielder in the area. So we got a lot out of him. That's Eddie Gutierrez. You know, I will say this, he can do a lot of things. Public speaking right now is something he needs to work on. If you happen to go home and you were taping the bottom line is he worked out to be our leadoff hitter. He plays every day. He's an exceptional student, exceptional person. I've had a lot of fun with him the last 2 years just because he's such a quality individual. You know, he batted .278 for us in the leadoff spot, and you look at that and say, you know, that's not real good. But yet, he did what he had to do. He scored 16 runs, he had 20 hits. He got hit 7 times, you know, and that's important. He was kind of like a magnet, and he gets on base for you, he makes things happen. You know, he never says a word, he's just quiet, he's polite, yes sir, no sir. And he's just a really neat kid, and that's Andrew Hall. And also, Andrew Hall was voted second team All-League last night. Next player was our shortstop, was our third baseman. He also tried his hand in pitching. When we went down to Fresno, like I said, we needed a few arms. And that is, Justin Harden came to me a couple months ago and said, hey, we need some music or something out of our field. It's kind of dead out there. We go to Lincoln, they have music. Go to St. Mary's, they have music. You know, you go to Tokay, you go to Lodi, Zupo, they've got things going on. We need to get Bear Creek needs to get something going. You know, we're kind of out there in the middle of nowhere. We just now got bleachers, and we don't have a scoreboard yet. And I said, yeah, Justin, it's not about that. It's about women. He said, yeah, but, you know, I need to hear some music. Not like he's just a nice kid. You know, he's groove on. So he said, we need some music. So I said, well, what do you think? He said, there's this kid that said he would like to do it. His name is Mick Gandhi. Yeah. So he came to me and said, yeah, I'd like to announce your games. I'd like to play music. If I can help you out in any way, I'd like to do that. So sure enough, here he comes. In every game he's out there. He plays national anthem. He's playing music. He's introducing the lineup. And it was a neat thing to have. So Mick, come on up and... Okay, what I'd like to do now is we have 3 awards that we like to give out. We have a Most Improved Award, we have a Most Inspirational Award, and we also have a Coaches Award and a Most Valuable Player. So that'd be 4 we're doing.
Before I give out this award, I'd like to say a few things about the whole team in general. To you parents, I know I've heard it all night, but they're just a great group of kids. Not because they're great baseball players, but also because they're good people. They got good manners, good work ethic, and it's a reflection of you parents out there, so you guys should give them a hand. This award, I'd like to begin by talking about this kid. Came out at the beginning of the year, fall, tryouts, and he was struggling a little bit, having a hard time. I don't know if it was the adjustment from a JV level up to varsity level, but he didn't have a lot of confidence, and he just wasn't getting it done at first. But as time went on, he started to get better slowly. We worked on him with defensively and with the bat, and he had a good work ethic. He listened to whatever the coaches had to say and tried to get better as time went on. He started doing really well. And sometimes kids like that in the beginning, when they know they're not starting or they're backup, they kind of just say, hey, I'm just going to go through the motions. I don't need to get any better. I'm not starting this and that. But he wasn't that way at all. He worked hard every day, got a lot better at his game, and was always rooting all the guys on from the bench, and just did a great job. I look forward to coaching him next year, and that's Brett Bunier. Yeah.
trophy. And I guess you have to figure out what does inspirational mean. For me, what inspirational means is someone that plays the game the way I think Dave Majetti thinks it's supposed to be played. That isn't necessarily the way that you think it should be played, but the way that I think it should be played. And that means playing the game every day like it's the last time you're ever going to be on the field. Giving it everything you have like you're never going to play it again. You have to have a passion for the game of baseball if you're going to be successful. This individual has as much passion for the game of baseball as anybody that I've been around. And I've been around some kids that have a lot of passion. And he just loves the game, and he should love the game because it is the best game. And he was fun to have on this team. I was forewarned about him, how much fun I would have with him from Coach Crabtree. And he's pretty special, and he's a good player to boot, and that's Brandon Taylor. He's starting to cramp up, and I'm going to let Gene Hernandez do that.
Thank you, Coach Majetti. This Coach's Award right here goes to an individual. Let me tell you a little something about this individual. Before the season had started, Coach Majetti said, Gene, you know, we got a championship team here, but we're lacking a pitcher. You know, and you got to come out and help. Well, I came out there, and we're sitting there. Second day of practice, it's raining. We're in the gym. And I see this kid jump up and grab the rim and come down. And I go, wow, that guy's got some, really, who is that guy? And he told me this guy's name. He says, why? That guy's got some athletic ability right there. What does he do? He says, he pitches. You know, he pitches. Well, let's take a look at him. Sure enough, I start looking at him. This guy's confidence level was low. He just really, it seemed like he really didn't care too much about baseball. He had his head was always down. And he was kind of a quiet guy. So I told Coach Majetti, you know what? That's going to be your man right there. He says, you think so? I said, you watch. You watch. We'll pump it into him. He'll be the man. So as time went on, this guy got better and better. His confidence level got up and up. Before he'd always walk around with his head down, start walking up with his head up. This person right here became not only one of our best pitchers, but the best pitcher in this league. This guy, from a confidence level way down to becoming one of the top vote getters in this league as a pitcher. One of the top pitchers in the SJA is Matt Lesh, and that's our pitcher.
The last thing we do is what we call the Most Valuable Player Award, and every kid on this team deserves the Most Valuable Player because anytime you win a championship, it's because everybody did what they had to do, and you know, it was an exceptional year and a lot of fun. And championships, you just don't want it to end, and it's not going to end. You know, we get another game and maybe more than that, but the Most Valuable Player is for someone who we feel had an outstanding year. And helped us achieve our goal. Like I said, we all did, but we'd like to talk about an individual. First one that I'm going to talk about is he batted .402. He led our team in hits with 33, 27 RBIs. He scored 28 runs. Like I said, batted .402. He's a special player to me. They all are, but you know, this individual I brought up as a freshman. First one I've ever brought up as a freshman. And then he, you know, we talked about this last year, and it's all positive. And no one in this room should take this anything other than positive. You know, and I'm glad Mr. Toledo's here to hear this. You know, he was a freshman on our team. Then his sophomore year, he started enjoying high school a little too much and started hanging out with the wrong crowd. And and got away from what was important to him. Okay, he hangs out with baseball players now. He hangs out with great kids. He has love and support of his parents. He's a great kid inside, and I've gotten to know that, which is exciting for me. He's the best defensive player that I've ever seen play the game at the high school level, and Coach Hernandez and Coach Masasi will tell you that he's special defensively, and he's getting better and better offensively. He will be going on to Delta College next year and playing there, and I think maybe we'll see something down the road. And the MVP for this year, one of the MVPs for this year is Justin Hart. Okay, without too much suspense. The next player has been with me for 2 years also. Again, he is special to all of us. He's a special individual, someone that does not like a team. He was our MVP last year. He was all-area last year. He came back this year with everybody expecting him to carry the load. You know, and that's tough. When you come back your senior year after everything you've got in your junior year, and everybody says, hey, you have to carry this team. Well, fortunately for him, he didn't have to do that. We had some other individuals who are pretty dang good. He ended up batting .322 overall, which is lower than he would like to, but it's still a very good year. He was 7-3. He was named the most valuable player in the SJ2A, which is absolutely tremendous. He comes from great parental support. He's a neat kid, and I'm going to miss him tremendously because he's special, and that's Eddie Gutierrez. I would talk, but they're giving me a bad time all day about last night.
Fired up. This is for Coach Majetti for coming out there from our team, everybody, for coming out there every day and sticking with us and just being a real good friend as well as a coach for you.
Coach, there's tickets in there. Check them out.
Tickets are for us, though.
No, for all three of you.
That's not coming out in there.
We're not in there.
Hey, easy on snacks. You don't want to keep those.
Tickets in here? What's up, Al?
Nice, where's the sodas at, Al?
Super. 3 front row tickets to the A's and Texas Rangers on June 23rd. We gotta go. We still might be playing, brother. So thank you. Thank you. We all thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight.
on, don't move. Don't move, don't move. I got David blinking. Hold on. Yeah, that'll work. Look at those teeth. Little smile. Come on, little smile.
See this face? It's got fragrances all over.
Andy. Andy, look at me.
Watch out, Erica.
Good luck next year.
Someone needs to go home.
Yes.